morning, good afternoon, good evening. I've absolutely had it. And I'm going to try not to curse up a storm. I have let you speak of people I care about and not say anything to you. I have ignored you for months while you sit over under a bridge seething during every season, whether it be the Christmas season like now, Thanksgiving, whatever it is, a sunny day, you find some reason to pick on people. I don't know who these people are that you're talking to now. I know they're affiliated with Save Robbie. And I don't agree with everything Save Robbie does. Most of the time, I think some of the stuff he says is not cool. But I think he's funny at times. I don't have a beef with Save Robbie. I think he's a cute guy, and I don't judge him because I don't want to be judged, because I'm not God. But you seem to sit on whatever imaginary pulpit you've made for yourself and judge others, even though you've done wrong just as all of us have. Now, where you fucked up about a month ago is you talked about Kit Kat. And I can bring out the video that I made, but I made a promise to myself and others that, and mostly myself, that I would ignore you because you're nothing. You're a nothing. There's a movie called Heidi's Song, and there's a song in there called You're a Nothing, and I'm going to try to find it. Because you're a nothing. You don't exist in my world anymore, but I watch you at times. Not all the time. I used to watch you quite often. Now I don't. Because you just simply are boring. You're just like a broken record. You say the same things all the time. You don't have a life. You're not happy. You just exist. You just exist. You go from one group of people to the other, saying the same things to them. I guess you're asking them to go after me and Stewie and other people and Wendy and Diane and Randy and other people. And you judge them, but yet you are bringing up people who are deceased. You keep on bringing up Jonice and Mary and Kit Kat. You won't let them rest in peace. You won't leave Stewie alone, and he's happy and he has a girlfriend, and that probably chaps your ass that he's happy. He's in love. Truly in love. You still bring up Nick, and Nick's not even bothering anybody, I don't think. And I hate to say that, but it's true. I don't know, because I don't watch him either. But he has a life. He always has, unlike you. I don't care about Nick. He is a racist. So why bother him? You are also a racist. See, the lie that I did with Moo Moo Mouth, calling you a racist, actually turned out to be true. Because you do use the N-word. See how that worked? Yeah, and you can't deny that. Because you've said it recently. It doesn't matter if you use it as an example. To come out of your mouth as a white woman is unacceptable. Okay? Now, I've asked you many, many times to leave me the fuck alone. Okay, bitch? And you haven't. I've asked you to stop mentioning me, and you haven't. I don't give a fuck about anybody else that you mention other than Kit Kat and Sierra and Zigzag and, of course, Link. But you continue to do it. And bitch, every time I have to hold myself back to not get on your little head because I know how fragile you are. But you do it again, and I'm not going to let up on you. And that's a fact. And you can keep on telling people that I false struck you. But in fact, the reason why I struck you is because you were over there doxing me, doxing others, talking about children, and everything else. And you know what you did. You talked about Shannon's kids. You talked about Wendy. You called people fat. You talked about Angelo. You talked about his family. You talked about his wife. You are a cancer. You want to talk about cancer all the time and kids? You are a cancer to this society. Screw the internet. Screw the sectors that you troll. You're a cancer. For an example. Listen to what you have to say.
People, when
you just can't leave. You're obsessed.
Diane used to actually have a chat.
Was that a slight? If Diane came back today, she would have hundreds of people in her chat, and that's a fact.
I talked about this goose kids because this guy rubbed my abuse in my face.
You talked about his kids because you're obsessed with kids, and that's weird. You're a weirdo. You talk about kids all the time, whether they're kids, Stewie's kids or not. You talk about kids all the time. All the time. You talk about other people's kids all the time. And it has nothing to do with your abuse. Or maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe it has nothing to do with that abuse. Maybe it has something to do with other abuse. Maybe you need to explore why you talk about kids with a counselor, with a psychiatrist. Why is that? Why are you so obsessed with strangers' children from the internet? Why are you so obsessed with strangers from the internet at all? Why can't you let people go from 6 years ago, like me, that you weren't friends with in the beginning? Because if you were a true friend, there are some things that you would have never done to me. And let me put something out there for you. There are things that I did to you because I saw how you treated other people that you claimed to be friends with. So you got what you got because you gave what you gave. I knew that you weren't truly a friend to anyone. So you didn't deserve my friendship. And in the end, you proved to be the same person that I thought you were, because you put our conversations out. You put my address out, my real name. You talked about my parents. You talked about my illnesses. You lied about my illnesses. And then you had the nerve to complain when people talked about things that happened to you. And then you lied about having a child kicked out of you. You lied, and you made a video talked about and that said I lied. That's what you said. You lied. That's what the title of the video was. That you lied about an abuse. So you think that we're supposed to believe that you got kicked in the head with a steel toe boot. Sorry, I don't. You even have a video on your channel that says that, you know, when Kit Kat and I were fighting, that she doesn't believe that I got raped. And I'm going to tell you, that's when we were fighting. And I said then and I'm going to say now, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. I'm not like you, Corrie. There's no way I would lie about something so serious. It's sick. You're a sicko. And the things you talk about make you a predator.
But before he did that, he was race baiting him, racist Nick, who's white, and Unitonica, who's black.
Let's point out what their colors are. Yeah, everybody knows I'm black. Everybody knows Nick is white. Everybody knows that Stewie is Mexican. Okay, let's get past that. See, you're one of those people in society that needs to be just on an island that I was talking about yesterday. You just need to be by yourself and not have access to the internet, which I don't understand why YouTube hasn't IP banned you.
They were race baiting all over the place.
Because for those who don't know, Corrie is ban-evading. She's had many channels taken away from her, and she's not even supposed to be on YouTube, yet she has many channels. She's one of those people that you see in the chat that's on troll accounts that's causing problems in communities. And I wouldn't be surprised if she's not one of these trolls in the Krama community or other communities, because she's everywhere. She just sits back and watches and knows everything, but nothing at all. She twists every story, every narrative, and lies. And lies and lies and lies. And twist everything to benefit her and to fit into little stories. And all of it ends up being about St. Jude. She attacks her friend Tiffany Marie, who's going through something very, very serious right now. She attacks Makeup Mobster, who her friend Perplex QT, TC, whatever she wants to call herself right now, Laura, called CPS on her family unnecessarily and lied about it for years. That's the kind of people she stands by. Okay? I could go on. She has no standards, no morals. She doesn't believe in God. That's this troll.
Okay? Racist Nick is legit. He's black-faced, him and his wife, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He does not like black people, okay?
That's true.
But they're all talking to each other all the time and fighting and da-da-da-da-da.
She means on the internet, I think. Go ahead.
We're all kind of sick of it.
And by talking, she means going back and forth and fighting, I hope.
And then we all got into a fight. Me, Uni, Stewie used to be friends. Then we decided we weren't friends one day.
We were never friends. I was your friend, you were never my friend.
I got sad about it, and I went and bought myself a can of...
You were also never Stewie's friend. Because if you were ever our friend, you couldn't talk about us like this. Years later, when we've had relationships, we're both in relationships, Stewie and I. You are still lonely under a bridge with a coffee pot, talking to a Christmas tree that somehow you've put in the concrete under that bridge. We don't know how it gets there. We don't know.
Wine, and I was drinking a can of wine, saying that I was drinking a can of wine and I was sad about it. He was pissed off because I was Uni's friend still at the time.
I don't know if that's true. I don't even remember, but I don't think that's why he was mad at you, but whatever, go ahead.
I am not anymore.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Who cares if you're my friend? I've established that. Does it? Comment below if you're surprised that I'm not her friend. Also, comment below if you give a damn. Okay, if you don't care, comment, Corrie, we don't care. Thank you.
I'm not his friend. So he ran around rubbing my abuse in my face.
You notice how she paused? She was lying there. She makes it up as she goes. Go ahead. But why did he start doing that? Because you wouldn't leave him the fuck alone either. So he retaliated. See, she's not telling the whole story. She was obsessed with Stewie. In fact, I think she had a crush on Stewie. And she was heartbroken because he didn't want her. Oh, Corrie, he didn't want you. You got jealous of other women. How does it feel? How does it feel when you're cold and alone inside?
Calling me a crackhead, I begged him not to. I cried for months and months and months and months.
Well, people called you a crackhead because you wouldn't leave us alone. So we did the one thing you asked us not to do. We asked you not to do things and you did them, so we did the one thing that you asked us. You said was horrible. You called Wendy fat, called me fat, you called Randy fat. When you look like a rail, you need to eat. Please eat. God eat. You said we all looked horrible when you take pictures looking like a crypt keeper. I don't know what mirror you're looking in, but honey, what the fuck? You talk about everybody. You talk about our families. You talk about their children. You talked about the fact that I couldn't have children when it's a medical issue, which I don't care. You don't know me. You said I lied about everything, which I don't care. I've proven everything I've said. The thing I did lie about, I apologize for, unlike you. God. I didn't dig my heels in and keep on criticizing people when I was wrong. Right? No, I changed. You don't know how to change. You're an unlikable troll. You're an unlikable little bitch. That's what you are. And in fact, like I keep on saying, if you met any of us in real life, you'd be shivering, quaking, quivering at the knees. You would never say the things you say to me in person, Corrie. Never. I'd slap you down into the ground. I would slap you into the paint of the wall. Right away. You would get pow. Don't talk to me. Don't dare talk to me. I would say it in this very tone and look you straight in your little, I look down in your little eyes because you're short and knock you the fuck out. Corrie, just stop. Stop perpetrating that you're tough. Nobody believes you. You weigh 90 pounds soaking wet. Stop.
10 months and months, every single day, every Twitter thread, every fucking anything. And
God, you're everywhere. You're on Twitter. I heard you have a Twitter that you just obsessed with us on Twitter too. Oh my God. Oh my God. And you claim to have a job. And then you have the nerve to tell me to get a job. You make fun of me living with my parents. Girl, I'm not ashamed for living with I love my parents. My parents love me. You need to worry about yourself. How are you even paying for an apartment or wherever you live? I don't know where you live. When you're always on the internet, you're probably on some kind of government program for crazy people. How do you pay for anything when what work, girl? Where do you work? What kind of place do you work at that they allow you to be on the internet all day? You don't have a job. Corrie, get a job.
And one day he was laughing with another racist from Australia named Jessica, Moo Moo Mouth, about this.
You really don't want her on your head. Oh my God. Stop mentioning Moo Moo Mouth. Girl, you barking up the wrong tree.
Back chick, also from Australia. And they were being racists. No, they weren't. Were they being racist? I don't know. But
you're lying.
Jessica was all for using the N-word. So I
That's true.
called her that. And then Stewie, because it was...
Did you catch that? She called her that. So why are you talking about people being racist when you're a racist? Because people who aren't racist don't use that word. Continue.
In his comments, got really upset, and Jessica's white, by the way.
Oh my gosh, she's white. Wow. We don't care.
You can't use that word here. And I'm like, why not? That's your butt.
You are so predispositioned with people's races and their nationalities. Like, you hate Americans, so why are you talking to us? Why are you talking to people that are from America? There are so many people here that are in surrounding communities that I go to from Canada and other places that don't hate us as much as you do. You are so hateful of Americans. Go away then. Go away. Delete your channels and go away. We don't need to see you. Why don't you go back over to Joy Sparkles that you used to be obsessed with? Go over there again. Do that. Delete your channels and go back over there. Bye.
She uses it all the time, and you guys keep race baiting, and I'm sick of this shit. He somehow switched this into his kids, and then he was really doubling down on rubbing my abuse in my face.
What does this have to do with this person named Scotty? Hello? What does this have to do with Robbie that's on your fucking whole channel? Like, why does Robbie's face up here? I'm gonna have to cover this up because Robbie, I'm sorry that I don't want your face up here with this garbage. Godly, what? Strike her, Robbie. Godly, please.
Kids, my kids. She talked about my kids, but I told him not to raise racists. That's what I said. And then I said it 10 more times. He's like,
yeah, you keep on saying it, but why? I wish your parents didn't raise a racist. You
have kids? Do you have kids? Like, no, I couldn't have kids. Dumb prick. How the fuck?
Well, I'm sorry you couldn't have kids, like I keep on saying, but it's kind of a blessing, you know? You could say it the same for me, but I wouldn't care. But it truly is exuded that it's a blessing you couldn't have. Could you guys imagine Corrie, crazy ass Corrie, having kids? Oh my God.
Dare you ask me that? You're the one online every day preaching about what a great daddy you are.
Okay, that's a lie. In the past few years, Stewie hasn't mentioned his children at all. You're lying.
Since you almost had your kids taken away from you because...
I'm gonna pass forward this. Because you're lying. And don't talk about his children, bitch.
And his family to have anything to do with her kids. Do you see the better part of it? He can talk, but I mean, if you actually pay attention to what the creep does, he's a fucking goof. Okay? Yeah, I drank a can of wine.
Okay, nobody cares. I'm gonna stop it right here because nobody cares. Corrie, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not even gonna play the video that you did about Kit Kat, but I'm gonna tell you like this. This is your last warning to leave me, my friends, and you know who I'm talking about, alone. You keep Kit Kat out of your mouth, you keep Sierra, you keep Link, and you keep Zigzag out of your mouth. Nobody is bothering you. I'm not bothering you. There's no need to bring me up. I don't exist to you. Pretend like, you know, remember when Amber called me a ghost? Not Amber from the new Amber, but the other Amber that I used to be friends with. Remember that? Whenever I used to put ghosts in the chat. Remember that? No. You pretend I'm a ghost. Okay. Since you're not subscribed to me, which is a lie. And you can go to my channel and it can say subscribe on there, but you can unsubscribe all you want to, then subscribe again. It doesn't prove anything. People can unsubscribe and then screen record their channel, okay? But you're subscribed to me. Stop obsessing over me and my friends. Nobody gives a fuck about you. You are insignificant to me. I'm done with you. I've been done with you. If you look at my channel, I haven't spoken of you. You asked me to leave you alone, and I did. All I was doing in the first place was responding to your crazy, crazy shit. Go the fuck away and live your life. However you choose to live it. But leave me and my friends out of it. Don't talk about Angelo. Don't talk about any of us. If you do not like us, and I mean all of us, Wendy, Shannon, Diane, even Tiffany, because she's going through a lot of shit right now. God bless her and her son. Stewie, Randy, we don't exist to you, right? So don't talk about ghosts. Because this one right here, if you bring me up again, I'll haunt you on the internet. Because I don't go off the internet. You don't have to worry about that. And the lies you tell about me doxing you, it's never happened. I found out your name from other people. And leave Makeup Mobster alone.
She's a zero.
Zero!
What she is microscopic. Hurt your eyes till they're myopic. She's a monkey from the tropics. She's a nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
I may sound a little bitter, but this house cannot admit her. She's the bottom of the litter. She's a nothing.